Welcome everyone. As of the recording of this, it is Super Bowl Sunday, February 11th, 2024. Not sure what I have planned for the day. I'm gonna start off though, getting some breakfast here at Red's. I have made the decision to give up sweets for a while, so I'm gonna have one of my old favorites for breakfast, which is very sweet and which I have not had in probably at least a year, maybe more. So come along with me on this random Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm at the Reds up here in Seabrook, although there is one in Peabody. It's along the same lines as this one, and there's the OG in Salem. I think this is the first time I've ever just requested sitting by myself. I usually would grab a spot at the bar, but the bar is pretty full right now. Wow, so this is the breakfast, and it is quite a big pancake. It's a good thing I didn't go for the stack of three and just stayed with the one. Definitely going to be bringing some of this home, I believe. This pancake is amazing. Nice and crisp on the outside, nice and soft on the inside. Now that was sure delicious. You know, they do have this garage bay door, and I did ask about it, and they do open it in the summertime. But what I'm wondering is, this used to be an Applebee's. Is that garage door still there? This used to be a repair shop of some sort before. I wonder. Well, there's something you don't see every day. A giant red sumo wrestler. Quick little update on the situation with this tree having fallen on my car, and that tree having fallen. There's a lot of the wood right there. A lot of the wood bringing down to my mother's to burn. And since I'm headed down to the North Shore, and I did have that amazing meal at Red's, you know, that's the meal I used to get when I was a kid. When I was growing up, my grandparents would take us to a place called Bickfords. Maybe some of you are familiar with it. I used to mix up all the sausage and potatoes and the pancake and strawberries and whipped cream. I used to mix it all up, and it looked pretty gross, actually. I did not do that today, but I was thinking maybe an idea for a video, which I have been thinking about making videos of, you know, the past and defunct locations. So I'm like, maybe I'll go check out where those old Bickfords used to be, since I'm headed down that area anyhow. And once again, the sun is always seeming to be getting in my way when I'm doing these filming things. Guess I gotta choose a better time. But as you can see right there, that building has been there for a long time. But I was going to be focusing on Bickfords, which was right here. Now, as you can see, it's a T-Mobile, Five Guys, and a Dunkin' Donuts, because I'll never just call it Dunkin'. I don't think any person from around here just calls it Dunkin'. And I remember that used to be a different bank my aunt worked at many years ago. Geez, I could just do a whole defunct area right here in Vinin Square. That Marshall's has always been there. I know there was a Friendly's in that plaza. that I know is no longer around. So I guess that's what you end up getting from me on these random days where I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I was going to try to go to a bunch of different Bickfords, but you know, now that I'm here, I might just go and check out this old mall that once was in Vinin Square that is still a mall, but it's not an inside mall. It's you know, all the stores are outside, whereas it used to be you could walk through the inside. And this, from all the way to Starbucks, it's good to see Bertucci's is still here. You will notice like Olympia Sports and Gap, they are kind of like mall stores. I don't even think that they were here at the time. I know we're a Stop and Shop over there. It was a Bradley's. But this, yes, once was all contained inside. I remember walking through it when I was a very, very young child. Yeah, it is, you know, it does bring back a lot of memories, especially like that Bickfords. I mean, you would never know with, you know, what it is now, but, you know, I had a lot of memories there. One of my favorite memories when I was a kid was I met Johnny Pesky there. My grandfather brought me up and introduced me to Johnny Pesky. Now, I wasn't even really sure who he was. I mean, you know, obviously I knew he was a Red Sox player and the Pesky pole was named after him. But I was a little too young to really know the history, but that was an amazing memory I had there. I didn't even know what it was. I don't even know how long that building has had what it has in it. The T-Mobile and Dunkin' Donuts and Five Guys. I'm assuming relatively, you know, it's relatively new, but I'm not sure. I can't quite recall when the Bickfords closed. The last time I remember being there was probably late 90s. But this, a lot longer. This mall that I'm in the parking lot of, that was much earlier. That was in the 80s. I'm not sure when Bradley's actually closed the stores and turned into the Stop and Shop, but I was very, very young at that time. You know, Bickford's definitely outlasted, you know, this mall that's basically right next door. But enough of that, as it were, for I have a get-together that I have for the big game, if you will. So I still gotta unload all this wood beforehand. And since I happen to be in Swampscott, I couldn't help but coming by the beach for a minute. It's been a while since I spent any time down here, but definitely by this summer. Hopefully I'll spend a lot of time here. Mission accomplished. All of the wood is stacked and ready for a fire in there at some point. But not today. We got some football to watch. Who you guys got? I got KC. By the time anyone sees this, the game will be over though.
People out there being like, what's going on? First and goal. Great time. And this was the Andy Reid special. This was the Andy Reid special. We talked about he was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back Hartman, who they didn't have, right? And they go get Hartman and bring him back. And the game-winning drive of Mahomes' career, he's been waiting for his Western West. He's never had it in an overtime. He is the best. He is the standard. And Michael Jordan wins it again.
And that is going to do it for the Super Bowl edition on my channel. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. And I hope you all have a good night. And hope you all were safe on the Super Bowl Sunday. Peace. a little bonus footage, but it's just me watching some Bad Brains. If you're not familiar with the Bad Brains, check them out. They're amazing.